The family of Talal Abdul Mehdi, the Yemeni man murdered by the Indian nurse Nimisha Priya, has now made it clear that they are not going to accept anything less than the execution of the death penalty, despite a temporary relief that was granted by the Yemeni authorities. The family remains pretty firm in its stance. In a Facebook post, the victim's brother stated that the family has rejected all efforts at reconciliation, including offers of diyat or blood money. He said that they want retribution for the crime that was committed and nothing else, adding that no postponement will stop them from seeking justice and to follow through with the law and execution. He said that those who stopped or who halted Nimisha's execution knew their absolute rejection of any attempt at a reconciliation. Nimisha Priya hails from the southern Indian state of Kerala. She faces the death penalty in Yemen for having murdered her former employer in 2017. The Indian government's handling the case through its Saudi Arabian embassy, and it has told the Supreme Court that it has done all it can in this case so far. The Yemeni authorities had scheduled the execution for the 16th of July, but has granted a temporary reprieve following urgent diplomatic outreach by India. But the situation now remains pretty grim, with Priya's fate uncertain due to the victim's family refusing to accept any alternative to her execution. With this new response by the victim's family, Nimisha Priya's fate hangs in balance, and our correspondent Siddharth MP has sent us this report from Chennai. Listen in.
The postponement of the death sentence of Indian nurse Nimisha Priya in Yemen is widely being perceived in India as a temporary relief. However, serious concerns have now started emerging after a social media post of the victim's brother in Yemen has surfaced. In fact, it is the victim's family that people in India were expecting will end up pardoning Nimisha Priya and free her from the gallows. But now the social media post of the victim's brother mentions in very strong language that they will not accept mediation or settlement or reconciliation, and they want punishment to be meted out. They say in very strong terms that they will fight to ensure that punishment and justice is gotten in this particular matter. In fact, several Indian-based organizations that are also fighting for Nimisha Priya express the same concern. They say that now the unwillingness of the victim's family to pardon her is something that is a huge matter of concern, and they say that the victim's family could mount pressure on the Yemeni authorities to carry out the death sentence. From Chennai, Siddharth MP, WION World is One.